Hey, what's up guys? So ever since the release of Arcade Edition, I've had plenty of requests on how to easily defeat the Golden Soldiers, so I thought this would be a good time to talk about that, as well as some strategies you guys can use to easily defeat them. And I also would like to talk about some of the crossover costume dates coming up that you guys need to mark down your calendars if you're planning to collect every single costume from Extra Battle, because it's about to get crazy. We're about to get multiple costumes per month. So this was a concern that I had before when Capcom first announced the Golden Soldiers, especially since they got rid of all of our offline fight money rewards, and one of the reasons was because beginners might have too much troubles completing all the content, especially survival mode and of course trials, so they feel left out. But the alternative with these Golden Soldiers, I don't know man, they're also controlled by the AI, and you have a limited amount of tries to defeat them. And on top of all of this, they cost fight money to even try. You don't even know what their moves are going to do. You don't know how hard they're going to be. And yeah, it's basically just gambling. You can end up losing more fight money than actually gaining fight money. So I don't know, man. And as the rewards get higher for these soldiers, so does the difficulty as well. I mean, one of the Golden Soldiers had like an unblockable move, and it charges up, and it's, you know, it's like armored and such, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's even a lot of good players that are actually losing to these Golden Soldiers, so I mean, everyone is in danger. And yeah, with the limited amount of tries and there's just no alternatives, man, you really want to make sure you have a strategy to do these guys easily. Also, I was wrong about the fight money rewards for the weekly missions being corrected. That was a bug, and then yeah, I thought it was back to normal, but they still are half the amount, and it looks like that's what Capcom's going to do going forward. So they did promise us more fight money overall, and I guess that includes the Golden Soldiers. So that being said, we're approaching a time frame now. We're going to have 3 crossplay costumes per month. At the least, we might even have 4 if we get Nash in here at some point. So it's absolutely critical that you guys do not fail even one Golden Soldier mission, especially if you are low on fight money and you want to collect them all. So we're basically going to be doing this exact same strats that we use for survival mode. I mean, I've done a lot of survival mode myself, I've tortured myself with it, and I've had a chance to test a bunch of different gimmicks with a bunch of different characters on extreme and hard, and when it comes down to it, man, nothing comes close to the original Rashid Eagle Spike strat. I mean, we've tried using Vega, using just wall dives, which I thought was the easiest strat for survival, but maybe after the changes in Arcade Edition, maybe it just doesn't really work that well anymore. I've noticed the Golden Soldiers hit me some of the times, and then we also have the Urian strat with the knee drop, going light knee drop, even using Abigail with the run kick strats. All of these strategies, I'm thinking from the perspective of like somebody who's just an absolute beginner. Can they use these strategies and still win consistently? I'm not sure. If the Golden Soldier even hits me once, I'm kind of scared that it might not work 100%. But when it comes to Rashid, man, I'm telling you, we get perfects non-stop on these soldiers. A lot of the different kinds. I know there's different types of Golden Soldiers, and there's still some we haven't seen yet. But nothing comes close, like I said, to the Rashid Eagle Spike strat. So that's the one that we're going to be using. And on top of this, Rashid is a base character. You don't need to have any of the DLC characters. Everyone starts with Rashid, no matter what copy you have. So it doesn't matter what skill level you are, any player can do this. So as Rashid, when the round starts, first you want to get some distance from the AI. So either jump back, go full screen, or backdash. And then you want to do a hard kick version of his Eagle Spike. So that's quarter circle back and kick. And then when you hit the AI, simply just get some distance again, jump backwards, backdash, and then repeat. And just keep doing it until the AI dies, and they shouldn't be able to punish you. Now, there's some things could go wrong. For one, if the AI blocks your Eagle Spike, I would suggest you do a jump back light kick, because sometimes the AI will jump after you as you're trying to get away from them, and if you do the jump back light kick every time, even whether you hit them or not, you just get in the habit of doing it, it'll make sure that doesn't happen. You can whack them out of the air and then get some more distance. Another thing that can go wrong is if you get close to the corner for whatever reason, you might start to panic, and then the AI will start hammering you down. Just stay calm and just jump out of the corner whenever you can and get some distance, and then most of the time you should be able to get away with this strategy. This is the easiest one we can find. Now, I do have some general advice in case you guys want to use your own characters for whatever reason. You want them to gain XP from this, or you guys are having troubles with some of the boss battles that we've been getting. So one of the biggest rules is to block, and block a lot. Which means just be careful, because a lot of this stuff is not unblockable. Most of the time the AI doesn't throw you, So in general, you know, in Street Fighter V, you can't be chip killed, and there's been a lot of moments where I've had 0 health against a boss character, and they just simply couldn't finish me off, and I just eventually killed them because they did something unsafe, and then I punished them and just kept on blocking. So block. Another thing is zoning. Zoning seems to work really good against Golden Soldiers, but sometimes it can go bad, man. But if you use Guile or something, or Ryu, you can try going full screen and just keep chucking plasma at them until they drop. Third general advice I can give is stick to the strat. Whatever gimmick you're planning to use, just stick with it. Don't panic when things go bad, when the AI gets you in the corner and you start doing crazy stuff and you don't follow your plan. Always stick to whatever your initial strategy was. I've learned that a lot from survival mode. Another thing too is I highly suggest if you guys have a PS4, simply just make a second account so you guys know what you're getting yourself into, so you can test it, because we don't know what these Golden Soldiers do, right? So if you have a second account, you can just test it on some dummy account. And if you have the game on PC or Steam like I do, just make a family share account, and then you can test it out that way too, without sacrificing your main. And then, yeah, one more thing too is if you're against a Golden Soldier that gives an XP reward, which is the next one we'll be getting, is a 20,000 XP reward. It's a lot. Keep in mind that you'll probably want to use, if you are a decent player, you probably want to use a character that's the lowest level on your account, because therefore you'll get the maximum amount of fight money for completing it. But if you're someone who's a little too worried about that, just stick with Rashid, man. Who cares? Even if your Rashid is high level. So let's go over the costume schedule now that you guys need to pay attention to. So coming up on the 22nd of this week, after Blanca, we'll be getting the next Golden Soldier, and this is an XP soldier like I just mentioned. So ideally you want to use your lowest level character. This will give 20,000 XP for a potential 60,000 XP, which is a lot, because if you beat survival on extreme mode, you get 40,000 XP at the cost of 1,000 fight money per attempt. And then we'll be getting some kind of special challenge on February 27th called Proof of a Hero. It's probably some kind of boss battle, costs 1,000 fight money to enter, and we'll get a reward of Proof of a Hero, which is a background music from the Monster Hunter series that we'll get in the game. On that same day, on February 27th, we'll also be able to get the first piece of Ken's Monster Hunter costume. And then on March 8th, we'll get the last piece of Chun-Li's crossover costume, and also the first piece of Mika's Monster Hunter costume. And then all the way till March 15th, we'll be getting the first piece to Ibuki's Monster Hunter costume, and then by then we'll probably already have Nash's costume available to get his pieces as well, and at that point there'll be 3 or 4 costumes we'll be getting pieces for simultaneously. So it's going to be crazy fight money wise, but at least those battles are easy to complete, so it's just having the fight money that's difficult. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out on making sure you complete these Golden Soldiers 100% of the time. Of course, if you guys have any of your own strategies that you guys know that works, you know, all the time and it's really easy to do, please list them in the comments below to help everybody out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm super excited for Blanca when he finally releases on Tuesday. And yeah, be sure to like the video too, guys. So till then, take care.